Hey guys, Chris here, back from CNH Small Engine again. Got another quick video here for you guys today. We got a commercial like duty machine here for you guys. This is a Cub Cadet CR760ES. It's considered a 33-inch wide cut machine. Here's the identification tag right here for that. 33-inch wide cut, and a designation CC760ES, made by Cub Cadet, also known as John Deere as well too. This machine has the typical new production Chinese engines on here because they do not have the identification tag for like Briggs & Stratton, Tecumseh, Kawasaki, Kohler, stuff like that on here. This does have a Chinese engine on here, even though it is an overhead valve engine, and you can tell that because it has a Hanoi carburetor right down here. Got the Chinese Hanoi carburetor on this machine, and this is the 420cc performance tuned engine they have on the identification tag up on the engine itself right here for that. So there's your designation. Does not have any names of the actual manufacturer other than what you see on the top of the actual tag right here. So we'll give you a shot of the actual outside of the machine here as well too. And there you go, there's the actual deck with the side discharge chute. This one has the blocker plate on this one right here. They have a little blocker plate you can put on down here as well too to stop the grass from flying out the side right there as well too for that right here. This one also has a battery for the starter on here. This one has a electric starter on this model specifically, so it's easy to start up, no problem with that. The machine runs okay. And you also have your controls in the back up here as well too. You got your drive control over here, your drive control down here, push and go, stop, release, and go, you pull down, and you got your throttle right here as well too. High speed, there's choke all the way up, there's high speed and slow right there for that. So choke's all the way forwards, there's high speed and slow right there as well too. Plus you also have your hour meter right here as well too, and you have your ignition switch right here, and also the other side you have your blade control right here as well too. This activates your blade control assembly, plus also your brake on the actual transmission down there as well too. So this one actually has 4 cables on here to do a multitude of functions for the machine. What we had to do this job here this past day was we had to replace 1, 2, 3, let me see, yeah, there's a 3rd cable right here. 1 cable, 2 cables, and 3 cables on this job right here. Plus we also had to replace the transmission drive belt underneath the bottom of the transaxle down there as well too. We also replaced the top deck belt. This machine has 2 belts for the actual deck. You have a cog belt, and you also have the deck drive belt from the engine PTO. And we replaced those 2 belts on there, and unfortunately it was an absolute bitch of a job to get the actual transmission drive belt out of the actual differential underneath here for it. Because you have your differential situated underneath here in the back, and you have to basically snake the actual belt entire thing underneath there and get it in a proper position in order for it to function properly. And this thing was an absolute bitch to do work on yesterday afternoon. It took about 5.5 hours for us to do the job properly and from start to finish right here for that, because getting the belt in proper position or either can be a real chore, unfortunately, on this specific machine. And it's no joke right there for that. And we also had to do a tune-up on the machine as well too. A new air filter, spark plug, oil change, fuel filter on here as well too. I think that's everything. Yeah, air filter, spark plug, oil change with the oil filter, fuel filter on here as well too. And we also had to sharpen up the actual blades as well too. So let me flip that deck up here and do that. You flip it up in the air just a little bit. No, it won't stay up. Let me see, I can turn us around here. Let me try it around here. There we go. That'll be a little bit better. Here we go. And there's your blades right there. Two blades. We've got them sharpened up on nice and sharp, so they're good to go for that. Each side's good to go. They have like a small-ish blade, if you want to call it that, on there for that. And here's the actual belt system they have up on top of the deck assembly right here as well too. New belts, new belt right here for that one right there at least. And the cog belt, they have a cog belt underneath that one right there as well too. We did not have to replace that one, but it's okay. So put it back down here. So let me give you a shot of the actual engine, or I should say the model identification tag of the machine here. Here we go. Okay, let me zoom in here for you guys. There you go, model number 12AE76JU010 CC760ES. There you go, the serial number starting in 1D over here as well too. And you also have your transmission selector lever down here as well too. R for reverse, neutral, 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 forward gears, and you have 1 neutral, and you have 1 reverse as well too for that. So here's your batteries back in here as well too. You have a typical lawn tractor battery on this specific machine, and that's what you have for the charge, or the actual starting of the machine here as well too. So we'll go ahead and fire it up here for you. If you want to fire it up, first thing you got to do is put it on choke. Choke's all the way forwards, so we'll go ahead and turn it on. And the battery light clicks on, and you get the hour gauge on here right now. It says 13.2. Let me see, zoom in on it. Oh no, it's just, sorry about that. I can barely make it out, but this thing's all getting screwed up on here. The actual plastic, it looks like 102 maybe. Sorry about that. So we'll go ahead and crank it up here for that. So there we go. Sounds okay. Fire up on 1 pull. Go ahead and gun it up. And we'll go ahead and put in first gear here. Bring it all the way over. First gear should be right about there, right there. So we'll go ahead and put in first gear. And driving okay. Gonna release that. And gearing works okay. Drive works fine. We'll go ahead and engage the actual blades. Deck sounds good. A-okay. So the machine's ready to go back to the customer. Go ahead and turn it down here for that. And you also have your deck height adjustment on the left-hand side. Here's your deck height adjustment right here for that. You have low to high. You can basically put it anywhere between your slots right there. So we'll go ahead and shut it off here for that. So the machine's ready to go back to the customer as it is. And so before, it took about 4 or 5 hours from start to finish to do the job properly over here. But this was a real pain in the ass, unfortunately, for this machine, because the drive belt had to be snaked up in the back of the transmission area. And I really don't know who actually designed this specific machine, but I personally do not like the actual deck, or I should say the drive system for the actual machine back there for that. It could have been a lot simpler to have a better design on it. You have like 1 pulley on there, and you can adjust the pulley and possibly do that. But they have the whole drive belt snaked around the back of the machine on there, and it's a real shit design. I don't like saying that, but it's one of the Cub Cadet's not great designs, if you want to say that. But overall, the machine cuts okay. It's running adequately right now, and the Chinese engine is working okay for us over here for that. So the customer's main complaint was they could not get the machine to drive properly up a hill, and we found that the belt was basically slipping quite severely underneath there for that, and it was getting frayed underneath there too as well. So we had to replace the belt and the secondary belt for the deck as well too, and we also had to replace the cables and do a tune-up, as I mentioned, on here as well too. So that was everything we had to do for the machine to get it properly running on here. And these cables are pretty bad. We replaced 1, 2, and the 3rd cable right here as well too. Let me see if I can get a better shot here. 1 cable right here. This goes up to your other side over here. 1 cable right here. 2 cables, and we have to replace the 3rd one right here. It goes over to your 2nd unit over here for the other side right here. These ones act as a brake cable on these specific machines right here for. That's why they have like 2 cables, and they go down directly underneath here for your brake assembly, plus also engaging and disengaging for your deck assembly down there as well too. So you have a multitude of situations and cables to go to each specific application, or either if you want to call it that for that. So that's everything about the machine here, guys. If anybody has any comments, questions, whatnot, feel free to leave me a message here, and we'll give you a side shot here as well too for you. So That's what it looks like from the side. The machine's in great shape. The owner did not abuse the machine in any kind of way whatsoever, so it looks like they kept it in a garage, so it was not left outside like some people do out here in our area, because it's always a good idea to keep these machines in a garage, keep them clean, keep them dry, because if you keep them outside, more than likely you'll have serious problems with the engine running, and also problems with rust as well too for that. So I'll see you guys, and have a nice day.